what is a growth mindset? Like the real growth mindset, not just the growth mindset that like you're always into growing your business, because I think most of us want to, at least on some level, grow our income or always like become better and just become a better person. But like, how do we actually develop a growth mindset in business so that way we can actually be successful? That's the key here. So that way we are successful. So Carol Dweck, a psychologist in Stanford University, wanted to know what makes a person successful in any area of life, whether it's business or sports or academics. Like, what is the key that makes a person successful? And what she noticed was it has, or through her research, what she figured out was that it has absolutely nothing to do with IQ, talents, your background, none of the things that most people think is what makes a person successful. What it actually is whether you have a growth or a fixed mindset. So what's a growth mindset? Well, we'll start by defining what's a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset thinks the way they are is the way they will always be. I don't know how to sing. I will never be able to know how to sing. I'm just not a good singer, right? Or I'm not a good artist, or I'm not good at sales, or like, I'm just never going to be good at sales. Like, that's it. Like, I'm really good at serving my clients, but sales is just my weak point and I'll just never get good at it. Okay. Or maybe just like a little bit better, but like, it's never going to be something that I'm actually really good at. Now, growth mindset is the opposite. They're always growing, always learning. And here's the key part. They know they can always change and grow. It's not just like they're just learning, but they know that things can change. They know things can get better. They take responsibility for it instead of just like saying, okay, whatever, this is the way it is. Like, they actually do whatever they could so that way they can grow. And that includes getting feedback. Okay. That includes asking people, that includes like trying to figure out what else they can do to be better. Right. And people with a growth mindset aren't scared of failure because they don't see it as a failure. They see it as something that is just part of the process that they are trying to do. Okay. So they are on this process of trying to grow their business, to be successful in business. And this mistake or this thing that happened is just something is there just to teach them something, and they are just going to use it as an opportunity to get up and go and pivot faster, go and do something else that they can do. Now, here's the thing. We all have both a fixed and a growth mindset. Okay. I want you to think right now of something you're good at, something you are good at. So maybe something in your business. Are you really good at serving your clients? I am going to guess the reason why you're really good at it is because you're always learning about it and you're always looking for ways to see how you can get better. Or maybe it's a musical instrument, like you love practicing it. So you're always looking for new ways how you can play this instrument better, right? Now, what is something that you are not good at? What is something that you say, I just can't do that, right? Like many people that might just be like dance or art or acting, and they're just like, I just can't do that. I just can't do that. That is a fixed mindset in that area. So business, which I know is super important for you because you are listening to this episode, you want to make sure every single part of your business, you have a growth mindset. You actually want to make sure every single part of your life, you have a growth mindset. Sometimes we just decide consciously what is important to focus on right now. Like right now, it is not a priority in my life to focus on sales and dancing. Maybe in a couple of years it will. It doesn't mean specifically that I have a fixed mindset about it. I know I'm at a certain level and I know I can get better, but I am just not putting my intention in there right now. Does that make sense? So I want you to think about one thing right now. Comment below, okay? Put in the comments something that you have a growth mindset about and something that you have a fixed mindset about. Now, here's the thing. When you have a growth mindset together with strong cognitive functions, strong thinking skills, you have what you need to supercharge your business. So that way you have like literally everything to be successful. Now, I'm sure Carol Dweck in her research of this interviewed many, many people with weaker cognitive functions, because guess what? We have also all weaker cognitive functions. And they were still able to be successful even though they have a growth mindset. So some of it, first of all, might not be so much related to cognitive functions, like a lot of, not everything, but quite a few of the cognitive functions are not required, let's say for sports. So you could be super successful in sports if you have a growth mindset about that sport without having such strong, like, I mean, some of the cognitive functions you do need, like you need orientation and space to see how much space and distance is between things in sports, but maybe not in giving a thoughtful response, right? You're not like expressing yourself verbally for many sports, and you don't need to have that cognitive function really strong. But in business, you do need to use all the 28 cognitive functions all the time. So it's going to be easier if your strong cognitive functions are there together with your growth mindset. Now, even if you have weak cognitive functions, like you might be watching this and like know you have some weak cognitive functions and still have had some really, really good success in business simply with a growth mindset. Because with a growth mindset, you are going to find a way to make it work. That is the mindset of someone who has a growth mindset. They are going to find a way to go and make it work. So even if something is really challenging, they're not giving up. Maybe they're going to hire someone else to do it. Maybe they're going to take another program. They're going to take another course. And eventually you can get it if you have just a growth mindset and you have weak cognitive functions, but it will take you longer. If you have a growth mindset together with strong cognitive functions, things happen much faster because you could figure out much faster what the problem is. You could figure out much faster how to solve the solutions. You could figure out if this solution is even best for your business. Everything that you're learning, you get to implement faster. Like I know I've taken courses when I had some really weak cognitive functions that I couldn't really implement, even though I was having the growth mindset of trying to do it and really, really doing it. Okay. Once I improved those certain cognitive functions and I came back to those courses, it was a lot easier for me to implement those cognitive functions. Would I have been successful even if I would have had some weak cognitive function? Yes, but to a certain extent. And yes, it would have taken me a whole lot longer. So you want both strong cognitive functions and a growth mindset. Really, like growth mindset comes first, but it will be a lot faster with strong cognitive functions. So here are 5 ways for you to develop your growth mindset so that way you could be more successful in business. Number 1, watch your language. The things you say affect your actions. As soon as you say, I can't, that is an automatic sign for you that you have a fixed mindset about that situation. You want to say, I'm learning, I'm going to figure it out. I don't know yet. Yet is a magic word. So I can't do email marketing yet. What's happening, instead of saying I can't do email marketing, all of a sudden your brain is going to start looking out for ways that maybe you can do email marketing, right? So watch your language. That's number 1. Number 2, view failure as a learning experience. Okay. One of my favorite stories about this is Sarah Blankley from Spanx. She shares how when she was a kid at the family dinner table, every single night, her dad used to ask her, what was something that you failed at? He actually put the stress on something that you failed at, not something that you were successful at, because he knew that through that failure is where you are going to be successful. Okay, number 3, purposely do challenging things where you know you're going to fail. You know you're going to make mistakes, but you're going to get up and you are going to try again. So whether that's learning a new skill, whether that's trying something new in your business. Now, I'm not telling you to just like go around and have like shiny object syndrome and trying all bunch of different new things, but you get what I'm saying. Do something new, the thing that you know that you need to do, but you are a little bit scared of, go and do it, because it's okay if you fail. As long as you are trying and you are getting up and you are getting up and you are getting up, you are going to figure out how to do it. Number 4, ask for feedback from everyone, from your employees, from your clients, from your family, from outside contractors that you have. Ask for feedback and don't get defensive. Open up your ears, open up your eyes, open up your heart, take it in, and then you can decide objectively if it makes sense, right? Like I'm not saying every single person's feedback is exactly what you should go and do, but if you start hearing it multiple times, then maybe there's some truth to it, right? So don't get defensive, just open up and accept that feedback, and then you can decide what you're going to do with it. And number 5, a big part of growth mindset is focusing on the process, not just the outcome. Now, don't get me wrong. I am all for success and all for having that outcome. I want you to make millions and millions and millions of dollars if that's something that you want. I want you to have your dream business. I want everything for you to have that outcome that you dream on having. But I don't want you to forget, while you are working on it, to work on the process. Okay. So every night, in the end of the night, when you are going to bed and you're trying to think about how today was a good day, ask yourself, what was some progress that I took? Yes, celebrate the win, celebrate the new deals that you got, the new clients that you got, celebrate the success, the outcome, the success of the outcomes, but also celebrate the success of the action that you are taking towards your success. Okay, that is it. 5 ways to develop a growth mindset, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye for now.